Welcome to Simplified UPSC by PPP, where we listen, learn, and grow together. Detailed lecture notes in English and Hindi, plus practice questions for prelims and mains, only on our Telegram channel. Link in description. Like and subscribe for more.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. If you're tackling those really high-stakes exams or, just want to get a solid grip on foundational biology like NCERT Class 11, Chapter 7, then you are absolutely in the right place. And before we jump in, a really quick but important thank you. A huge shout out to all of our paid members on YouTube. Your support is, and I mean this, absolutely crucial for us to keep making this content.
It really is. We appreciate it so much.
So if you're able to, please consider joining the paid membership. And for everyone, if this deep dive helps you, please hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. It helps more than you know.
It really does. Okay, so today's mission. We're looking at structural organization in animals. We're not just listing facts, we're trying to understand the why.
The structural rationale.
Exactly. How cells build tissues, tissues build organs, and how it all works together, this amazing division of labor. We'll look at the earthworm, the cockroach, the frog, and see how this foundation helps answer those tricky comparative questions you see on exams.
Okay, let's unpack this. Structure dictates function. It seems like the best place to start is right at the tissue level.
Right. And there are really only 4 basic types that make up every animal. The differences between them all come down to the cells and, importantly, what's around the cells.
Let's start with the one that faces the outside world. Epithelial tissue. The covering.
Yes, the covering or lining. It always has a free surface, either facing the environment or, say, the fluid inside a body cavity. And the key thing to notice about its structure is just how packed together the cells are.
Right. There's very little of that intercellular matrix you mentioned.
Almost none. Think of it like a tightly built brick wall. That structure is what makes it a perfect barrier. It's dense. It can form these incredible seals.
So if it's all about being a barrier, how does anything get through for, transport and things like that?
Well, that's where the different types come in. You have simple epithelium, which is just a single layer of cells. It's thin for a reason.
To let things pass through.
Precisely. You find it lining blood vessels or the air sacs in the lungs, places where you need rapid diffusion. The cells there are often squamous, really flat, with irregular boundaries, basically minimizing the travel distance for gases and fluids.
Okay, so simple is for exchange. Then you have compound epithelium,
which is 2 or more layers thick.
Yeah.
Suddenly, diffusion is, well, it's not happening, so its function shifts completely.
To protection, like our skin.
Exactly like our skin. It's all structure for function. And connecting these cells, you have things like gap junctions, which are like little channels linking the cytoplasm of adjoining cells for super fast communication.
Interesting. Okay, what's the next type?
Connective tissue. This one is the most abundant and widely distributed. Its whole job is to link and support everything else.
And this is the one that always kind of blows my mind because it includes everything from the soft tissue under our skin to bone and even blood.
Seems wild, right?
Yeah. How are bone and blood even in the same category?
It's the matrix, the ground substance. The unifying feature isn't the cells themselves, which can be fibroblasts making fibers or bone cells or blood cells. It's that they are all embedded in this substantial extracellular matrix.
Ah, I see. So the matrix gives the tissue its properties, rigidity for bone.
And fluidity for blood plasma, which is basically the ultimate connector, transporting everything all over the body.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's move to the active tissues, the ones that do things. Let's start with muscular tissue.
Right, all about movement. Coordinated contraction and relaxation. That's how we move, how we maintain posture.
And there are 3 types here.
3 types, and you can classify them by how they look, their striations, and whether we control them. First up is skeletal muscle.
The one we use at the gym, biceps, for example.
Exactly. It's striated, you can see the stripes, and it's voluntary. You choose to lift that weight, it's attached to your skeleton.
Then there's smooth muscle.
Or visceral muscle. This one is not striated, and it's involuntary. You don't have to think about pushing food through your digestive tract, right?
Thankfully, no.
It handles all that internal automatic movement. Slower, more sustained.
And the third one is the really special one, cardiac muscle.
The heart muscle. It's a hybrid, in a way. It's striated like skeletal muscle, which tells you it's powerful.
But it's involuntary, like smooth muscle.
Right. And structurally, its cells are branched, they connect with each other. This branching structure is critical. It's like built-in electrical wiring that makes sure all the cells contract in perfect synchrony, one unified heartbeat.
Which brings us to the body's actual information superhighway, neural tissue.
All about communication.
Yeah.
You have these incredibly specialized cells, the neurons, that are built to detect, receive, and transmit stimuli.
The structure is pretty famous, right? The cell body, the dendrites, the long axon.
Exactly. The whole thing is engineered for one purpose. Incredibly fast electrochemical signaling. Information transfer almost instantly.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Now that we have the 4 building blocks, let's see how they come together in a few specific organisms. This is, classic for those comparative biology questions.
Let's start with a true master of survival, the cockroach, Periplaneta americana.
Ah, yes. Covered in that tough chitinous exoskeleton.
Right. And its digestive system is fascinating. After food is stored in the crop, it moves to the gizzard.
The gizzard. That sounds mechanical.
It is. Think of it as a built-in grinder. It has 6 sharp chitinous teeth on the inside for pulverizing whatever it eats.
Wow. Okay, and what about its circulatory system? I know it's different from ours.
Very different. It's an open system. There aren't many vessels. The organs are just directly bathed in this fluid called hemolymph. The heart is just a long tube with little openings, or ostia, that sucks the fluid back in.
Its excretion system is also a key adaptation, the Malpighian tubules.
Yes, about 100 to 150 of these little yellow filaments. They pull waste from the hemolymph and convert it into uric acid. This is a huge deal.
Because that makes it uricotelic. What's the advantage of that, structurally?
It's all about water conservation. Uric acid is a semi-solid paste, so the cockroach can get rid of its nitrogenous waste without losing much water at all. The massive advantage for living in dry places.
Okay, but the most famous cockroach fact has to be about its nervous system.
Ah, yes. The reason it can live without its head.
So how does that work?
The nervous system is decentralized. It's spread throughout the body. There are 3 ganglia in the thorax, 6 in the abdomen. The head. It only holds the small part of the system.
So cutting off the head doesn't shut the whole system down?
Not at all. The body can still function for up to a week. It's an incredible example of structural redundancy.
Amazing. Okay, let's shift gears to the earthworm, a totally different set of adaptations.
Completely different. It's a burrower, eating soil and decaying leaves. Its whole structure is built for that life.
So in its digestive tract, you see these calciferous glands. What are they doing?
They're neutralizing acid. The humus in soil is very acidic, and these glands secrete calcium carbonate to neutralize the humic acid. Without them, the worm couldn't absorb the nutrients. It's a perfect link between structure and diet.
And for absorption, it has another trick up its sleeve, the typhlosul.
This is a really clever bit of structural engineering. It's an internal fold that runs down the length of the intestine.
So it's not a separate organ, it's just a fold in the wall.
Exactly. But by creating that fold, it dramatically increases the surface area available for absorbing nutrients. It's like adding fins to a radiator to make it more efficient. An efficiency hack built right in.
That is smart. Okay, if we connect this to the bigger picture, understanding these details, like why a cockroach is uricotelic or how a typhlosul works.
It lets you answer much broader questions. If you see an exam question about any animal adapted to a dry environment, you can immediately start thinking about water conservation structures. This foundational knowledge is the key to unlocking those bigger ecological and comparative problems.
So what does this all mean? We've seen it again and again. Structure dictates function. Whether it's the dense packing of epithelial cells for protection or the decentralized nervous system of a cockroach for survival.
The logic is always there. And if you can grasp the fundamentals of these 4 tissues, you can really start to decode any organ system in any animal, including ourselves.
That's a great summary.
And, to leave you with a final thought, the source material touches on malnutrition diseases like Marasmus and Kwashiorkor. Think about what's happening there on a structural level.
It's not just a lack of energy.
Not at all. It's a structural failure. How does the organization of our tissues, the fibroblasts making collagen, the proteins in our muscles, how does that all fall apart when the basic building blocks, the proteins and calories, just aren't there? The body literally has to start dismantling its own architecture to survive.
That's a really powerful way to think about it. It shows how dependent that complex organization is on constant maintenance. A powerful point to reflect on. Well, that is about all the time we have. Again, a huge, heartfelt thanks to all our loyal members. Your support truly makes this journey possible.
Thank you all so much.
If this deep dive was useful, please don't forget to hit that like button, share your comments. We love reading what stood out to you. And of course, subscribe. And if you can, Please consider that paid membership on YouTube. It helps us keep this resource flowing for everyone. We'll see you in the next deep dive.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Telegram and Instagram. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.